Thanks for tuning in and welcome back. You're watching Spotlight on Union. I'm Ida Stamis, bringing you updates on all of our local events. The Union Recreation Department welcomes you to join their open gym running until March 31st. Open to Union residents only, come enjoy numerous activities throughout our schools, ranging from Zumba to basketball of all ages. Their open gym is waiting for you. For more details, visit uniontownship.com, call 908-686-4200, and follow on social media at TWP Union NJ Rec. Our Food Truck Thursdays are back at Beer Temple Park, running until May 25th. This season, we are excited to offer an array of food trucks and food vendors every Thursday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Vendor lineup changes weekly, so stay up to date by visiting uniontownship.com and follow on social media at TWP Union NJ. The Union Recreation Department, along with the Boys and Girls Club of Union County, present Free Bingo Saturday, January 28th at 12 p.m. For Union residents only and adults 18 and older, you must pre-register to play. Bingo cards and light refreshments will be provided. For more details, visit uniontownship.com/recreation, call 908-686-4200, and follow on social media at TWP Union NJ Rec. Online registration is now open for our Union Recreation Department's Winter Volleyball Clinic for beginner and intermediate players. The clinic will be the following Fridays, February 3rd, 10th, 24th, and March 3rd, located at the Burnett Middle School Gym. For cost and more details, visit uniontownship.com/recreation, call 908-686-4200, and follow on social media at TWP Union NJ Rec. Our Union Police Department partnered up with Beyond Yarn to bring to our residents Crocheting with a Cop for a Cause. Scarves were knitted and sweaters were donated. Let's take a look at how the event went.
Hi, this is Mayor Figueredo, and I'm here with some great people and some great stuff going on behind us at the Senior Center. I'm going to start with our chief. Chief, what's going on behind us here? There's a lot of people sitting down, a lot of hands and fingers moving very delicately, stuff that I'm not that good at, Teresa, hint, hint. But Chief, tell us a little bit about what's going on here.
I'm not that good either. That's why people are here learning to work with, mentors from Beyond Yarn in Union Center. And they're teaching people from the town to knitting, crocheting. What's the difference?
Knitting is 2 needles and crochet is a hook.
So today is crocheting.
Today is both.
Okay.
So if you want to learn how to knit, you can knit. And if you want to learn how to crochet, you can crochet.
Learning a lot of things today. Thank you.
Doesn't matter if you're left-handed or right-handed. You still got to learn.
It works, and I'm watching some of our officers, and again, who was the impetus behind it? Teresa, was this your idea? Did you want to get this started? And I know our police department is also involved with a community outreach, and this is just a great way to continue to outreach to our public. And some of our seniors, some here who have done this before and some who've never done. I see there, what was cool when I walked in, there was an advanced table, and I didn't realize there were tables that you could sit at. And I saw in the advance, and I saw one of our officers sitting at the advance, and he was working it, and I'm like, wow. So tell us the impetus behind this.
Well, actually, it was Kevin from the Union Township Rec Center. He and Rob Culper got some idea together, and they worked with Maria and coordinated this whole beautiful event. And they asked me if we can get knitters and crocheters in here to help out. And I was so happy to do it. We all are very happy. So my Beyond Yarn family is here working with everyone, the police officers, and Maria, bless you. bless you so much. It's been wonderful.
And Maria, what a great event. It's a cold January, cloudy Saturday. What better thing to have to be inside with our most precious people around here working their hands, Maria?
Absolutely. I also want to say thank you to the community. We got boxes and boxes of donations that people have donated the yarn, and you can see on all the tables. So without everybody coming together collaboratively, this wouldn't happen. So thank you, everyone, and thank you to Teresa, Chief, to make this all happen today. So thanks.
Now, whose idea was it to have a beginner and there is an intermediate table? Where did this brainstorm come from and advanced? Was that you, Teresa?
Actually, it was Officer Barillo. She and Officer Santos have been so wonderful, and Officer Santiago. She also came to the store, and they asked if we can help out along with Kevin. They just came to the store, and they were just head on with this project.
It's very special. After all of these creations today, we'll call them that, what is going to happen to these finished products?
We are taking the finished products, whether it's a scarf or a lap blanket, and it's going to be donated to the Hematology and Oncology Center here in Union and Springfield Avenue.
They're on Chestnut Street.
Chestnut Street.
But this is great, including the sergeant's small keychain, quote unquote, that he's making.
Somebody needs a keychain out there, so.
Just a wonderful event and for a wonderful cause.
The Union Municipal Band is looking for new members. Musicians who play any instrument of all ages are welcome. Band rehearsals are on Monday evenings at Hannah Caldwell School. 10 concerts are performed throughout the year, including special concerts at Earhart Gardens and Putnam Manor. If interested, contact the Recreation Department at 908-686-4200. We're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned to learn more about our upcoming events. Be sure to check us out on all social media platforms. On Instagram, follow at TWP Union NJ and at Union TV 34. On Facebook, we're at TWP Union NJ, and you can always watch some of your favorite videos on our Vimeo page.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour, if we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes, walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes.
No governor in the country has funded our institutions so our students can receive the best education and compete in the global market today. As a former educator myself, I can tell you that these efforts make a difference, not just for this generation of students that joined us here today, but for generations to come. So today, we are excited and hopeful that the proposed legislation will further strengthen our colleges and universities, and moving forward, our residents can rest assured that their hard-earned tax dollars are dedicated to providing our students the best education in the nation. And now it is my distinct honor to present the great governor of this great state of New Jersey, Governor Phil Murphy.
The financial decisions made in any college or university, executive office, and by every trustee or board member may seem broad, high level, maybe even somewhat abstract, but these decisions made by a handful of individuals directly impact thousands of lives on a very personal level. And I want to give Lamont Repollet a shout out for his stewardship at Kean University, where he knows this and he applies this every single day. And when a financial decision goes south, yes, an institution's reputation may suffer, but the students, the faculty, and support staff are the ones who suffer the most. Our public colleges and universities shouldn't just be held to the highest levels of accountability and transparency by their students and faculty. They must be held to these standards by us in government, and they must be held to these standards by all residents who invest in these institutions through their tax dollars. I'm proud to give my support to a 3-bill legislative package to ensure such accountability. And when these bills come to my desk, I will sign them. This is an unusual event for me because I normally don't opine on these bills until they're on our desk, and not even then when we've made a decision. This is an exception, and it's an exception for good reason. So these measures would, and there are 3 bills in total, so let me give them to you one at a time, require our public colleges and universities to provide to the Secretary of Higher Education an annual fiscal monitoring report, and empower the Secretary of Higher Education to not only order a comprehensive audit, but to appoint a state monitor to oversee any institution's business operations and governance should these reports and audits indicate financial instability. That's number one. Number 2, would require our public institutions of higher education to put both their annual report and their audit, as well as a user-friendly version of these reports, along with a timeline of how long it takes students to earn their degrees from enrollment, all of that on their websites for all students and families, faculty, staff, and residents to see. And finally, the 3rd bill would enhance required training of board members and trustees to explicitly include institutional financial management, so they are prepared to exercise their duties of internal fiscal oversight and good governance. That last one is, in fairness, you may have some very qualified board members who may not have a finance background. So we want to make sure everybody has at least some minimum amount of understanding of what the financial realities are. So those are the 3 bills. Now, to be clear, we want our public colleges and universities to plan and build for strong futures. New Jersey punches well above our weight in the breadth of higher education offerings offered to our residents. And throughout our administration, and in partnership with Senator Cryan and Assemblywoman Jacey and their colleagues, we have sought to make a New Jersey higher education not just more affordable and not just more attainable, but more attractive.
So debt in a university consistently matters. Now, there is such a good thing as, there is a thing as good debt that invests in our future. A number by itself doesn't stand there, but a number that requires analysis and a thoughtful board that truly understands what those investments are and investing for the future is something we want to make sure is consistent and universal here in New Jersey. That's why I think this bill, and hopefully other things are added to Secretary Bridges. The requirement in the bill is that Secretary Bridges and his team develop that training. Things like budgets, accountability, hopefully a little bit about stewardship with neighbors, and understanding that the university's role is to its students first. The second bill is the bill that requires fiscal monitoring. Now think about that for a moment. There are a couple schools that have made the papers recently for a variety of different reasons. Understanding what finances means, if you are of a different generation, not even the Phil Murphy generation, you remember Upsala College, right? How many of you know somebody, right? You don't, and I assure you none of you applied there, all right, because it doesn't exist. And when Upsala College closed in the 70s, it was a traumatic event around this state. And there have been others, Corinthian, there's been some privates, ITT Tech, Gibbs, others. It matters, and having your school, your institution, be there for the long term is part of that opportunity. So the fiscal planning and the outlook of that, and the idea of projections, and the idea of real audits, not superficial audits, but audits that are comprehensive, that are required in the bill, provide the opportunity to understand that the schools that you make that decision for, that your parents and your families make that investment with you for, is critically important. So I couldn't be more pleased to be a part of an effort that provides that sound fiscal practice for families and, quite frankly, communities. Because all of the institutions that we're talking about here are part of communities. And that's what makes them different, and that's why this is such an important statewide bill. The last bill, and just mention it again, is the time to degree bill. If you are of a certain age in here, and it's not that old, all right, you think that you go to school for 4 years. All right? Some of you may remember your folks saying you got 4 years. After that, it's on you. Anybody? I see heads shaking completely, right? Now, Dr. Replet and others will negotiate the fact that the university and college educational experience is different today. But I will tell you that the 4-year model is certainly, for lack of a better way to put it, under challenge. The 2 schools that I mentioned earlier that have been in the news, and they're not, this isn't a secret, Bloomfield and New Jersey City University, and they've spurred on some of this debate. Those schools graduate less than 20% of their students in 4 years. You think about that. Less than 20%. One of those schools, 9 out of 10 of students absorb some student debt before they come into the school. So I want you to digest that for a moment. 9 out of 10 go into debt. Less than 1 out of 5, I can tell you it's 13% in one case. Less than 1 out of 5 actually have a degree in 4 years. Now that's not the norm, but think about that. Understanding time to degree, by the way, those 2 schools, and others are close, graduate less than half their students in 6 years. So the governor and his leadership and his team and Secretary Bridges are providing a significant outline here of 3 bills that come together to provide, in my opinion, more information, more opportunities for young people, and a steadfast future for higher education as a whole in this state. That's why I'm honored to be a sponsor of a couple of them, and I'm always honored to stand with the governor of the state of New Jersey when he puts the focus where it needs to be for the youth of our state.
But it will give OSHE the oversight by requiring an annual fiscal monitoring report that I believe Joe and the governor both mentioned already, and the ability to appoint someone, a monitor, somebody who really knows what they're looking at, to go over the paperwork and to go over the billing and all the rest of that, to make sure that if intervention is necessary, it can happen quickly before there's a catastrophe. Taking a reactive stance to institutional financial crises is not in the public interest. Monitoring an institution's financial health and risks promotes awareness of problems in advance and provides the ability to act to improve the financial health of the institution. Ever since I've been on the Higher Ed Committee and had conversations with college presidents and trustees, we have talked about this issue. And unfortunately, what's true in life is sometimes, even though you know a problem is brewing, you don't deal with it until it becomes a crisis. That's unfortunate. We are at a critical point now.
This robust fiscal accountability legislative package is aimed at increasing transparency at colleges and universities and ensures that our students will see an effective return on their investment. By building a stronger accountability model and empowering OSHE to monitor the financial health of public higher education in the state, New Jersey can better serve students, families, and campus stakeholders. This legislative package also enables us to serve as a close partner to our public institutions of higher education, helping them keep on track and warding off financial instability. We look forward to working hand in hand with our institutions to ensure their long-term financial health. I am confident that together we are charting a brighter future for higher education in New Jersey. When we invest in our residents, we invest in the future of the state.
You're American, and then you come home and you're Honduran.
Totally relate to that. Like, it's like double personality kind of thing.
Welcome back. I'm Edith Thomas, and you're watching Spotlight on Union. Save the dates for our Black History Month celebration. Kicking off the month of February will be our film screening of Woman King, Saturday, February 11th at 2 p.m. Following up would be our Black Excellence Pop-Up Art Gallery, Friday, February 17th from 6 to 9 p.m. And closing the month will be our Black History Month Expo and Vendor Fair, Saturday, February 25th from 1 to 5 p.m. The month will be filled with celebration and events for all. For more details, visit uniontownship.com, call 908-851-5000, and follow on social media at TWP Union NJ. In lieu of our Union County St. Patrick's Day Parade in March, Tony Brennan had the opportunity to chat with a few people at the Celebrity Bartending Fundraiser about how excited they are and the work that goes into planning. Let's check out what they had to say.
It's great to be on Union TV again. I'm here at the Kenilworth Veterans Center. It's the middle of January, and we begin to gear up for a very special event with the 26th Annual Union County St. Patrick's Day Parade. What a delight it is to be with today's honorees at our Celebrity Bartenders event, Jen Goodman and Jim Thean. We'll talk a little bit later with Mark Dowling, who really helped and did a lot to put this thing together. Jen, how do you feel about being honored today?
I'm honored just because it's a family tradition. My grandmother received this award 9 years ago, and my grandfather was a Grand Marshal and a big part of this parade, so I'm just glad that I'm following in their footsteps.
2001 for your grandfather, if I remember correctly.
Yes, and being the New Jersey state president for the Ladies Ancient Order of Hibernians, it is an honor and be able to represent my group too.
3 generations now, right?
3 generations of Hibernians, yes. My grandmother, my mother, and myself were all state presidents.
Jim, you were the general chair of the 2004 Union County St. Patrick's Day Parade. You're still a part of our festivities year after year. Why do you continue to do this?
It's just, I have met so many great people, some great friends because of this parade. Why give it up? It's just too much fun. It's work, but it's just too much fun. I love it. I love this parade.
I feel the same way you do. And congratulations. Mark, you have been involved with this event for a long time. In fact, this is a special year because 25 years ago, your father, Kevin Dowling, who was our general chairman of the 2nd Annual Union County St. Patrick's Day Parade in 1998, started this event, and now you're helping to keep that tradition alive. Why make this effort?
Well, as you said, Tony, keeping the tradition alive. My father retired a few years ago, and I started taking over the event with Kathy Noonan, and it's a great day. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, a lot of volunteers. Jen's been at that door for 20 years, and she does a great job, and Jim's been involved since day one, and it's just a great day, and I love it. It's a fun day. And that's it, it's just a good time. I love it.
What an honor it is to be with our Grand Marshal of this year's parade, Senator Joe Crine, and our General Chairman, Michael Kapko. Senator, you have been involved with the parade since even before the first one in 1997 when you were the General Chairman. You were involved in the planning from day one. But this year, Joe, you're Grand Marshal. How do you feel?
Well, it's very exciting and it's very special. And it's a time, Tony, when we not only appreciate our heritage, we appreciate those that were with us in the beginning, we appreciate those that are with us now. Michael, for example, was too young to be there in the beginning to be our chairman, so we show the energy of new folks as well. I'm excited. I am. It's a proud moment. I got to tell you, Tony Brennan, and I'll tell you this. Tony Brennan's been with us since the beginning. He's fought some health scares, and one of the greatest honors on March 11th, marching down the street, we'll be marching down knowing Tony Brennan's going to be our announcer. But with that, Tony, it's a great day to be Irish on March 11th. Every day is a great day to be Irish, and we're proud today and every day.
I was going to ask you, how are you going to feel to be leading our parade up Morris Avenue on that day?
My dad immigrated here from Roscommon, told the story with $5 in his pocket. My mother's parents came here from Donegal. I learned early on that the United States of America is the greatest country on earth, a country of opportunity, a country that you can live your dreams. I've had the opportunity to do that. My dad had the opportunity to live his with my mom. I'll be thinking of them and thinking of all the generations before. And most importantly, thinking of the people on the street and enjoying our celebration together.
Mike, this is not something that is not really new to you, since your father, Harry, was general chairman of the 2017 Union County St. Patrick's Day Parade, and here you are as the general chairman of our parade this year. How do you feel about that?
It's very exciting. I'm excited to sort of carry on that family tradition. My family's been involved for many years. Myself and my dad started in 2007, I believe, on the adjutant staff. So just been a great opportunity to kind of move our way up, take on more responsibility, help with the parade on the street. So it's a great way to honor what my dad has done for the organization as well.
What are you looking forward to as the general chairman on March 11th?
Hopefully good weather, first and foremost, but just to celebrate our heritage and see new faces, old faces, people that come to the fundraisers year in and year out. So many people take so much work to put this parade on the street each year. So it's really a way to celebrate the people that put that effort in as well.
Mike, great pleasure being with you today.
Absolutely. Same here. Thanks.
Joe, as I always say, Joe, always a pleasure.
Tony, it is a pleasure. If I can do one promo, we are going to have our investiture mass, which is the mass where Michael, Gabby Sully, who's our adjutant, and myself receive our sashes. It's a very special part. This is a St. Patrick's Day parade. It's February 8th at 5:30 at Holy Spirit Church in Union. Since we're here in Union talking about this, I appreciate it very much if folks come out, join us. It's a very, very special mass.
We'll all be there. Thanks a lot.
Good to see you, Tony.
The 26th Annual Union County St. Patrick's Day Parade will be held on Saturday, March 11th in Union Township. We'll begin with the Great Grandstand program, as is tradition, at 12 noon, and the parade will kick off precisely at 1 p.m., and we hope to see you out there. For Union TV, I'm Tony Brennan.
UPD PBA Local 69 will be showcasing their football skills on the turf of MetLife Stadium from March 3rd to March 5th for the UPD Special Olympics fundraiser. For over 20 years, our local officers have been playing a major role in volunteering and assisting the Special Olympic Games and Special Olympics in New Jersey. Donations are needed to support officers in the 17th Annual Snowball. Visit support.soNJ.org/team/459384. Beyond Yarn, together with the Union Recreation Department, present Knit and Crochet for ages 8 to 16. Fridays from 4 to 5:30 p.m. March 3rd, 10th, 17th, 24th, and 31st. Classes will be held at Beyond Yarn, 1023 Stuyvesant Avenue. This 5-week program is open to both beginner and experienced knitters and crocheters. Sign up today at uniontownship.com/recreation or call Beyond Yarn for more information. Hannah Caldwell PTA is hosting their Spring Marketplace, Saturday, April 29th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., located in the Union School parking lot, 1120 Commerce Avenue. The event will feature local vendors, music, food trucks, a kids area, and a 50-50. They are currently also looking for vendors. For more information, email Adriana Texeria, PTA@gmail.com. Lastly, congratulations to Union High School student Alyssa Alcindor, who took first place at the Bergen County Girls Wrestling Invitational at Rockland County Community College. Congratulations, Alyssa. And that's it for this edition of Spotlight on Union. Join me again for more news and events happening in your hometown as we once again put the spotlight on Union. I'm Edith Thomas, and thank you so much for watching.